apologize?
Do it. I'm going to see it. Do it. I'm going to do it.
Well, now that the man of the next hour and a half is on, let's get started. Thank you everyone for joining us for our daily morning meeting here. Recently, Antonio has been going through finances. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of the way and I'm going to pass it back to him because I am a student and not a teacher when it comes to the finances. So everyone, I give you the one, the only, the original, and Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
All right, Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you so much. 14 things you need to know now. Continue. I'm going to pick back up where we left off. Grace, give us the 4 from yesterday.
The 4 from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, somebody owes you money. Okay.
Right.
Keep that energy. Number 2, please listen to Grant Cardone and 10X everything.
Please.
3, never stop making more money. And 4, stop saving money.
All right. So you can't save no money. Ain't no sense in you trying to do it. Remember, we've gone through one of these exercises where you're actually at like negative 85 cents. That's where you actually are. Negative 85 cents just to start off with. That being said, everybody who went through the I will retire you thing has been blessed. Everybody is doing well. You're on track. I think the latest person is something like, or maybe the average person is like 18 months. You should be good unless you just don't listen. If you just follow the plan, you'll be fine. Delay your gratification for 18 months. I did pick the 2 people yesterday. Anybody who did not get picked, you know why, and you're happy why. You're happy why, because it wasn't about just picking. It had to fit into your situation. And since most of you who volunteered are in the financial class that we're doing, and I knew your finances, etc., right? We some of you for later, some of you for now. So there you go. I will take at this time 2 more. If you, and I wasn't going to do it, but Grace convinced me yesterday. She said, well, we got people asking about so if you have a strong need to retire, get the retirement plan. Let me go through your finances, tell you this, and that, the same thing I did to retire at 29, and then coach you on a financial path to go. Take 2 more people. Well, I took 4 last time. We'll do 2 more. And Grace, just contact Grace directly. That'll be easier because I got so much to cover today. Contact Grace directly. Grace, I'm sending you a message. There we go. Contact Grace directly. Everybody got that? Grace, feel free to reach out to people who were saying, hey, I may be interested. Let this be a lesson.
Yes, sir.
This be a lesson to you. For one of the first books I taught everybody, Jerome, was Richest Man in Babylon and the Goddess of Good Luck. And the Goddess of Good Luck, you cannot wait for an opportunity. And I know you're still going to wait, but I will do my very best to make sure you pay for waiting every time. I would be a vessel of the universe, and I would make sure you suffer every time that you wait and sleep upon any opportunity that I have presented.
Well, I'm not waiting. I just don't have any income. But when I get some income, I want you to go through my finances to help.
It is. There it is. Got it. That makes good sense. And then Grace, maybe handle that first. And then maybe I'll pick one more person to manage their career. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. And I got room for 6 more, but I only want to do 1 more. So there you go. Someone tell me what number 4 was again yesterday, and tell me why I said
money.
it. Now, why did I say it?
Because if you save money, it's not moving, and no moving money means dead money means that you're not.
It's losing value.
There you go, and you're not making money.
Now, do we actually believe that?
No.
That's the deal. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Grace. Thank you so much. Come on, somebody tell me why some people won't believe that you can't save money.
Because money is a depreciating asset unless it's working for you.
Well,
the way our inflation is set up, the more you hold it, the more you lose. Yesterday you could buy, gas for $2.50. Today you buying gas for $5.19.
Listen,
You lost value.
You lost 50% of you lost 100% of your money. Excuse me. You lost 100% of your money. If gas doubled, you didn't just lose money, they went in your pocket and took it.
I didn't know I was unmuted. I'm sorry.
No, you see, this is why. Okay. How many of you right now, number one, you're saving money and it ain't working, and you know doggone well it ain't working. And here's what I mean by saving money, because y'all slick with it. This is what I mean by saving money, because we know you ain't saving money because you ain't got enough to save, but you holding it.
Watch yourself, sir.
Well, you don't have enough to save. The government did you like that. It ain't my words. I guess you can get offended at me. As long as you get offended at the government too, then you're fine.
Me and Arshia just went live talking about hang around like-minded people. And we said, hang around the people, the real friends that's going to tell you the truth. It's going to hurt because somebody in the comments say, yeah, hang around them friends. It's going to hurt, but you need it. That's you. That's you.
Well, you know me. If I talk to you, imagine how I talk to myself. Imagine how I talk to myself. Well, I'm talking to myself terribly. Yeah. Can you save money? No. You don't have enough. They don't give you the opportunity. But y'all doing it real slick, Jerome. You holding it. How's that working out for y'all? How's that fear and lack of education holding your money working out for you? Come on.
I can tell you it didn't work out for me. After working for 16 years and saving up about $50,000 and not doing anything with it, I ran through it after I got laid off and have nothing to show for it. Didn't work for me.
Thank you so much for your transparency. Can we clap for her as she spoke on behalf of all of y'all?
Yep. After 5 figures was given to me by a grandfather of mine, and I ran through it and didn't do nothing with it. Yeah, I wish I had known Antonio during that time.
You had almost 50 and then 50. How long it took you to lose it?
Oh, a year.
Congratulations. This is y'all. It makes sense. She lives in the metropolitan area. Costs $96,000 to live in there. Technically, she was supposed to lose it, Jerome. That's how the system is set up. You cannot save money, but here's the problem. It's always so hard to talk to certain groups of people. That's why I particularly like the classes people pay for. It's always hard to talk to free crowds. It's always hard to talk to free crowds because, I don't know, you need help. You need serious help because you're so prideful. You're so prideful and you never did anything and nothing's ever wrong with you. But if you want me to believe that 99% of y'all are not just holding on to your money because you're in fear, then I would say that's facts. If you want me to believe that 99% of y'all are not holding your money and this doesn't apply to you, I'm gonna call you a liar. And my grandmother don't like that word. So let me tell you how you story it. Because 1% of the world controls what?
96% of the income.
So the idea that 96 to 97% of you are not, this doesn't apply to you, is just statistically inaccurate. So if we can open up, be vocal, ask a question, say something, do something, then this free financial class you should most certainly be paying for can benefit you a little better. Here's the deal about saving money. Y'all been stopped saving money because you lost that opportunity in like 2003. If you old enough, things start shifting in 2003. If you old enough, gas went up in 2003. We went to war and also another war, 2 back to back. Well, it wasn't not technically not a war. They were both executive orders, but still, nonetheless, things start shifting. And the truth is, we ain't went back from 2000. If there was a little bitty recession in 2000, another one in 2004, we ain't recovered, Jerome. If you be, okay, let me try this again. Grace, if you could, Google you, put your thingy on Google. Put your thingy on Google. I'm gonna let you read that out loud. All right. There you go. Thank you, Grace, for sharing all your sensitive information. Unmute your mic. You got
Yes,
to you got to narrate what you're doing. There you go.
Okay. Yes, sir.
If you can Google for me $10,000.
Why is it not doing it? There we go.
$10,000 was worth how much in the year 2000? It's 22 years ago.
Oh my God. Okay. $16,789.14.
Okay, thank you so much, Grace. If you could just put that down. They don't like y'all. Now that'll make, we get how since 1913 money still keep getting messed up. But y'all live in the most sophisticated time on planet Earth. In 2000, everybody was getting their little potted meat and waiting for the world to end. Y2K. And if you were an adult in the year 2000, if you were at least 14 years old in the year 2000, they went in your pocket and said, F your money. We taking 67% of it. I'll wait.
You know, Antonio, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
There's not many on the line that get SSI, but they may have parents that has gotten it. Well, when I looked back at what my mother was getting, I'll do the 2000, and what the prices of everything was then, and I look at what she's getting now. In 2000, she's actually was getting more money in 2000 than what she's getting in 2022. And them little raises they give us because they look ahead, they know what inflation is going to be, doesn't amount to anything. We want to get happy. They take $148 out of my check every month for medical purposes. And I don't use it, and I haven't had to use it, but it comes out. And we used to talk about the $99 Mama used to get taken out of her check, but now it's $148. So yeah, there's a big change, a big difference from 2003 to current.
Yeah.
We haven't gained anything. In fact, we have lost.
absolutely lost. And you have the audacity to sit there and say nothing. Now I get Otis. Otis is sitting in front of 15 people right now telling them what to do. You know, he in the office. I get him. I understand that. I get that. Adonia just got finished working out. She did a little lunges. She's on the way to the Bay Area office right now. She just polished her pinky toe. I get that. Phil and Susan is doing the assembly line of groceries with gas mask on. It's Florida. You need a gas mask in Florida, not a regular mask. You need a whole gas mask. But we have to take full account that we just don't try hard enough, do enough to change our lives. Not in the car just yet. We don't do enough. Genuinely, honestly, we do not do enough. So allow me to help you do enough with this one simple statement, Prophet Jerry. The government is doing plenty, way more than you, to get their money from you. Amen. May the listeners, may there be a blessing on the listeners and doers of God's word. That's
Antonio,
exactly. Come on, talk to me.
I have a question. You
Yes.
had made a statement about if you were 14 when 2000 that they've been getting your money. How so? Because I wasn't working yet. I wasn't working until I was 16.
I know. I know, and it seemed like I'm just talking out there. That's why somebody in their 70s had to say something, because they got what I was saying. When you was 14, they promised you Social Security. When
knowing good well they was lying. Knowing good well they was lying.
Yeah,
but I never had no job. Yeah, but it don't matter. They promised it to you though. Come on.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm with
Every last one of y'all who didn't have a job, they said, "Man, to get yourself in the workforce, girl. As soon as you get here, watch what we got for you." They took from you the same way. Let me tell you what they do to us in the hood. This is what they do to us in the hood. In the hood, in the systems designed this way. You got the war on drugs, right? In the hood, the systems designed this way. They'll it ain't a child on planet Earth that don't do stupid stuff. Not a child. Some children get warnings for doing stupid stuff. Others get arrested at 14, 8, 9, and 10 years old for doing stupid stuff. I'll let you decide who those others are. And I kid you not, there are 13-year-old kids with suspended license right now in Texas. Now
how you got a suspended license? You ain't old enough to get one.
What I'm trying to tell you is they'll take your license before you even get it. No different than they took Renee money before she could even make it.
Right. Okay.
Come on, Sugar, you was finna say something.
And that same age group have bad credit due to parents getting or caregivers getting credit and things like that using their Social Security number.
Right. And then they put, what's the name of it? Rent-A-Center. You ain't never seen Rent-A-Center in a high area zip code. I dare you. I dare you find me a Rent-A-Center where they got country clubs. Come on. You ain't never seen it. Ace check cashing.
I never thought about that. Oh my goodness.
Man, the systems design. All I'm trying to do is tell you. All I'm trying to do is tell y'all that when I told y'all yesterday, you saving money, you was thinking about, well, yeah, I know I can't save money. No, son. I mean, you can't even hold it.
Bishop.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
2007, 7, 8 after the accident. Got like $30,000. Okay, in the rush to spend it, of course.
Of course.
And bought a woman a car, bought clothes, tried to flip it.
Because you're a provider, Yeah, I get it.
Tried to flip it, couldn't flip it. But then I end up with my wife, an ex-wife, former wife at the time, and trying to hold it from her. I end up giving it to the pastor to hold on to. But every time I turn around, somebody had their hand out. Now, trying to save, living from hotel to hotel, then end up in a nursing home, and then buying stuff in the nursing home, DVD players, you name it, just because I had it. And then, like, when time to get my apartment, I'm just about almost broke. So I see what you're saying when you said about saving, and in a way, I'm glad that this trust is the way it is.
Yeah, because you'd have blown through it already. That's for sure.
I would have blown through that $200,000 like crazy.
Yep.
Everybody would have had their hand out. Renee would have had the baddest diamond, the baddest car. You
know,
name it.
So, no, I get it.
In a way, I'm glad it's the way it is, but they holding me back. But that's okay. We still going to retire in this next 17 months.
Thank you so much. Y'all clap for him, please. 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 I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something. This is it's a clip from 13. Well, let me not do 13 years ago, even though the message is the same. I'm going to do something entertaining. Everything he said is right. This is why a lot of people with trust funds don't have good money management skills, or it's the same. It's the same way when you have somebody like Adonia running a $80 million budget, and this isn't Adonia, but 80 million. Well, she probably does run an $80 million budget. That's more. It's probably might be 800 million because y'all know she rich and powerful, and they'll run this budget. And they'll do all the great stuff in marketing a company. And then they start their own company, Jerome, and they can't even get a single customer. I'll tell you why. Because you were hiding behind that brand. The whole time you thought you had sales skills, business skills. That brand was flocking people to you. Now that you started your own brand, that flock ain't happening no more. Now you're stuck in lead generation. Easy to work for Sprint and be the #1 commission person. As soon as you start your own bagel company, ain't nobody showing up.
Ladies, I'm telling my life.
It's hard. So it's a bit difficult. I need to punch you in the cheek lightly and tell you, I know you don't think not saving money don't apply to you. But if you are someone who has equity in your home, I'm talking to you. If you are someone, stop exaggerating. Girl, she could charge $800 million, but don't listen to her. 800 billion. B. She might be replacing Sam Sandberg at Facebook. She might. I know they named her successful already. He's a man, but she might come through a name. She might come through and do her. If you have equity in your home and you're not using it, if you're not paying $1,000 for that online class. See what I did? See that? If you looked at Jerome and his course was $99, you said, ooh, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Money has no value if it's not moving. Has absolutely no value if it's not moving. I apologize that they have lied to you. But they have lied to you. Somebody called me 2 days ago and was asking me about a stock. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, sure. And then they said, well, because they offering free stocks. And I said, okay. Then why you saying that? I said, well, you got free will. You didn't ask me about it. You just told me what you wanted to do. And I said, she said, well, tell me about it. I said, well, typically when you get a free stock, there's a hedge fund that already shortened that stock. Yeah, they already counting on that stock to go down so they can get to their money. And that stock ain't gonna work. Ain't nobody out here giving away free stocks, but hedge funds that are operating with some third party that is looking to do a good short sale on that stock. You just seen it with Blockbuster. So you don't want to get into things like that. What you want to do is move your money in places that it'll move back to you. Number 5, good setup for numero 5. When you know, no, hold on, I gotta change that. I forgot about I got my, how many of you, hold on, before I finish number 5, how many of you genuinely, I want to see who's going to admit this. You are afraid. And you've been afraid your whole life. Come on, say it on the mic.
Yes.
I need to. Okay.
Me, I have.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say my whole
Yep.
life.
You already
I'm
know.
afraid of what's to come.
Okay, well, either way,
And I handle it. Am I prepared in this moment? That's
fair enough. Mr. I stayed inside for 3 years.
okay. I'm from the hood.
All right, so almost 40% of this call. And the crazy thing is that went from 20s to 50s. I'm going to say something to these people, and I'm going to say something to everybody, but these people are immediately going to go, not me, I'm not going to do that. And then you're going to use your intelligence of why you shouldn't do it. No, because I need to know, and I need this, and if I know, if I got 100% of details, and when the Lord tell me, because I don't do anything until I pray. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That's the fastest thing to kill something. Oh shit, no, shit comes to me and Tony, I was thinking you ought to do a financial class for 9 months for free. And don't repeat information and give your very best. That's a good idea. Let me pray about it. What that mean, y'all?
I ain't doing that.
I'll take that's a no for 500, Alex.
So doggone well, when you say, well, I don't do nothing unless I pray. I don't believe y'all unless you 65. If you 65 and said that, okay, I believe you. 75. You got to be church mother for me to believe something like that. You need to be Sister Evelyn Book is what you need to be. That's the only time I'll believe that. Other than that, I can't believe it.
I still don't believe it.
There you go. Let me pray about that generator. I'm gonna pray about it, Kim and Ginger. I'm gonna pray about it. That's a no. That is a hard no.
Ever since they tell me that, I bow my head and just start praying. Father, give this woman wisdom because I'm here. Yeah, and already sent me here.
Yeah.
Let her be obedient.
While I'm here. No, that's right. Number 5, when you have an opportunity and you de-risked that opportunity, go all in. Right there, don't you win? You're right, Antonio. That's why I called you. I'm going all in. Just be quiet. Move on right there. Richest person in this call is Adonia. I'm telling you, Adonia's a billionaire. Y'all go tell the IRS she hiding money. We'll tell the IRS she hiding money. Let she say sure did. But if you've been afraid your whole life, I get it. My only question to you gently is, how's that working out for you? That's
Not at all.
So we need, and we all know deep down, we all know this. We know on the other side of fear is our reward. But damn, it's so hard to get on the other side of fear, ain't it? Because the fear never go away. And let me tell you something. Me and Law know it's scammers out there. You hear me? They out there. It's scammers out there. Law once told me, why people can't just do what they said they was going to do? And we laugh. Because let me tell you something. Facts.
Me and Law got scammed together.
Man, me and Law got scammed together. So, so there you go.
If you see this person pass me by when I laugh so loud.
Well, I wish I had y'all be scammed with me. I might would have felt a little bit better. I got scammed several times by
You
myself.
understand?
That's all right. I got family. I got family.
That comes part of it. Look, everybody's scared when. See, that's why I ain't doing that. I'm not doing nothing. I understand. I get it. You gotta go all in. Let me tell you why you have to go all in. Because the people who are successful that you look up to are going all in. Something about this universe blesses exceedingly and abundantly those who go all in.
Watch it.
And nobody can deny that. Nobody.
So wait a minute.
Talk to me.
Jesus, my Lord. Now, see,
That's how you know you're wrestling with something.
when you say go all in, I grew up all in. Like I was just telling y'all yesterday on the 48 Laws of Power, like my reputation said that I went all in.
Yep.
But then I got grown and I started listening to adults. Adults.
That's it.
You are blessing us, girl. You are blessing us.
That know better, you know, that are established and accomplished.
Yes.
You know, the ones that they know better.
Yeah.
And it took, I've been working on not going all in for a long time just to make, like, you know what I mean, to make it make sense.
Yeah.
But to hear you say that hit me because I'm a fool. I've been scammed. I'm like Sandra. I'm like Sandra. I wish I would have had somebody there so I can laugh with, because at the end of it, I be wanting to go hunt you down. But then I have to rest on the fact that God blesses us for being a cheerful giver. That's what he wants. He wants this cheerful giver. So if I am thinking that this is what it's supposed to be, then yeah, I'm gonna go. If you do me dirty and get hit by a bus, I mean, that's on you. That's just what it is. But to hear you say go all in, I stopped going all in. And I was trying to learn how to do it a different way. Like, and then I realized, like, I don't even know how to do this not all in. Like, I can't do it half-ass. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
I don't even know how to give less than. And I've been surrounded around people that have, wow.
Yeah.
Go all in.
They knock the God out of you.
Do you understand me? I don't even want to think about it. At the end of the day, I sit and I have to fight dumb shit for no reason. Because if all in was where I was, where I've been way gone. I wouldn't even be around none of these people to be able to tell me anything because they don't know. People don't know what all in. Oh man.
Yep. No, thank you. No, I appreciate you. Y'all clap for her quick before I get to Yolanda.
Yes.
She said so many important things, and you can hear she was speaking from a place of, man, if I had a chance to do it all over again. We all know that place, don't we? Now listen to me. Let me tell you what I heard. She said, as a child, I was born into this world, going all in. Let me say it again. When I was closest to being perfect God, I was going all in. Let me say it again. God made me on this planet to go all in 4 times. I rather do things 4 times. All children on planet Earth are 10Xers. And adults say, stop, slow down. No, you're not trying to hear me. You're going to hurt yourself.
You're talking.
Don't fall. But I can't walk if I don't fall. Adults stop children from being all inners because adults are afraid for themselves. They're not worried about the child. They're worried about seeing something happen to the child. But none of us can win until something happened to us. Y'all don't want to hear me in this place.
Watch yourself.
And what happens is, this is what she said, we get older and people say, oh, Lord, I don't want that to happen to you. Listen to me, you listen to me, you listen to me. Folk who cannot do will tell you what you shouldn't do. You're going to catch that later. Come on, Yolanda.
That is so freaking good and true. And the thing I hate about this is the fact of while she was saying that, I was also being basically, I know it's bad to say, but I was also condemning myself or having an eye opener myself. Mm-hmm. And not only that, realizing what do I do to my own kids because I'm trying to protect from what I've done. So it's a repeat thing that we do. But one of the things that popped up in my head as she was saying is that fear or whatnot. The question came in my head as far as how much do you trust God? Like how much faith do you have with all that fear that you have in doing something? Like if you fear so much or whatnot, well, do you actually trust God? Do you actually have faith? And like that other thing that you said in esoteric in the beginning, as far as trying to have us to the point where we're not talking about, the Lord blesses me and stuff, but to turn around and actually mean it, to actually mean it and understand it. So it was like connecting the dots. So when she was saying that, and then after you said what you said and stuff, it was like this big old wow. Do I really have faith? Do I really trust? Do I really believe in what I'm sitting up here saying that my God can do? Which goes back to the fact of what the girl told me at the other thing as far as how God is and that it's bigger and that fear. I've been told about my fear for years. But I just that was.
No, I feel you. You know what I'm going to say. How'd that work out for you? You know what I'm going to say. And of course, you already answered the question. I want to show y'all something. There's this great philosopher. They call him Sean Carter. I'm not sure if y'all know Sean Carter.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Listen.
And a lot of people will try to put their fears on you. You can't do that. No, you can't do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they just projecting, they're putting things that they don't believe that they can do on you. and you may possibly do it. Like my uncle, like I don't think he meant not, and I know I'm killing him. I'm saying him so many times. I know he's gonna be at Christmas. Like, why do you keep bringing this up? You know, my uncle, he was telling me like I'm never gonna. My uncle said I never sell 1 million records. I sold 1 million records like 1 million times. You know, so he was. I'm sure I'm his nephew. I know I don't think he meant any malice.
He wanted the best for you, but
he just was
didn't
projecting
believe.
his fears and things that. Are you crazy? How are you gonna do that? How? You know, I'm sure there's things that I do now that he can't believe that I was able to accomplish. But he couldn't even see it at the time. So he was just projecting, putting his fears on me. So the whole thing is just, you know, and always believe you're great, even before anybody else believes it.
Don't say nothing else. Great philosopher.
Watch yourself, Sean
Right,
Carter.
philosopher.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I just want to say I'm sorry. Damn, his haircut look nice. You need to post it all over the place because he don't look like that anymore. But yes, that was good. But he don't look like that anymore.
He looked like his ancestors.
I looked up and said, yeah, I know how his ancestors look, but damn, he did look real good, just like that. Hallelujah. Just like that.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Well, you reminded me of something. You triggered something in my head. That let me post that link. I did post that link. I said the idea here is all of y'all have someone else's fears on your money. How's that working out for you?
Watch yourself, Reverend.
I hope y'all did. I wasn't going esoteric. I was trying to tell you about don't save money and go all in. I'm on subject. I'm on subject. You know what y'all thinking. I'm on subject. How's that working out for you?
Antonio?
Could you repeat that again? I got a lot of.
Yes. I said, my point is, a lot of y'all got someone else's fears on your money.
Antonio, as I was listening to Adrian talk, it reminded me when I was 15 years old, and my father looked me in the eye and said, "You think you better than the rest of this family, don't you?" Mm-hmm. And a year later, my older brother said the same thing to me. So as I listened to that pain inside of her,
that'll change you.
Then my pain came back.
Yeah.
Because this is someone she's talking about those adults, those people that know better. But he was projecting his fear on me. And then because I like my teeth and I didn't want to get up off the floor, I didn't challenge his statement. I didn't question his statement. And I didn't know how to get help for that statement. So I carried it with me for years. And some of us are carrying that with us for years. And we can't move to the left nor to the right, because as you said, Antonio, we're paralyzed. That fear has gripped us. And how is it working for you? So for me right now, I ain't scared no more. Hello?
Oh no.
Because what do I have to, call me Donald Trump. What do I have to lose? I've already lost. Hello? I can't do nothing but win. And you said yesterday, Antonio, somebody got my money. I called Grace yesterday. 15 minutes earlier, I made a call. Somebody had my money. Hello. Come on now.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you understand. It changed your whole financial situation, don't it? It did. Change your mindset. I got a bill. Give me money and pay my bill. That's a wonderful life.
You know what? Did I just realize with him saying that? And I'm sorry, but there's realizing a situation where the fear comes from ourselves sometimes. Because for me, I know, because I was looking at with him saying that, I'm looking at, well, did my mom ever do that? Or did my dad say what I could do? Or did anybody tell me what I couldn't do? And I was like, no, nobody ever said that. My problem was the fear and the choices I made myself. And it caused me to be homeless with kids. It caused me to, not have at all no food or have to live in a shelter. And the pain and stuff that I went through because of the choices that I made. That's what put the fear in me to sit up there and say, I cannot do this again. This will not happen again to me or my family. You know what I'm saying? So then it caused me to be afraid to make a decision and trust my own self, to where I'm asking everybody, you think I should do this? You think I should do this? What should I do? What should I do? To the point where I'm indecisive and still asking people when I'm grown, what do I need to do? What choice do I do? Because I don't want to fail.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me, craft for Yolanda real quick.
Yes.
Because that's major. And then not only can you not make I can't even make a move without you telling me what to do. Like I need, like you say it all the time about grace. If you really want me to do something, put time on me. Make me have to do what it is that you say to do, because then you're going to tell me exactly what I need to do. Whether because I said so, kid. You know what I mean? Like, why am I doing it? Because I said so. You know, and that was it.
Yeah, let me address all this, because this is important. 100% facts. Yolanda just said something that was facts, and I can tell she's reached her breakthrough point. But it's a flaw for many of y'all. What she did was she spoke about her breakthrough in a very personal way in which we can all get it. And she's 100% correct, and there's no correction there. But somebody is now using Yolanda as an excuse to not receive Yolanda. So I must say something here.
Break it down, Reverend.
I'm about to. I must say something here. You know, you read a lot of books about like evangelism, and they tell you how to evangelize, but they don't tell you how to start the conversation, how to walk up to the person. They just tell you, since you're here, do this. They never tell you how to get there. Yolanda said, well, nobody else, it was me, it was me, it was me. She skipped a step because she already got that step. She's right. It is all her fault. That's how I know she has a breakthrough. That's how I know she is getting ready to win, or she's already winning. It just hasn't, all of it hasn't showed up yet. This is how I know she needs no extra guidance in this matter. This is how I know she won't be homeless with kids anymore, because she was right. The problem with that being the right that she was, Arshia, is somebody looked at her, somebody listened to her, somebody felt her, and somebody then said, but that's for you. That's not my situation. Now I'm going to tell you what it is. The truth is, name one of y'all told yourself to fear anything. That's a bold-faced lie. There's not a single person here that was born afraid. Nobody here was born fearing money. Nobody here was born with anger problems. You just were not. The things that Yolanda released before she made that statement, because she can't make that statement without releasing. Here's what happened. Yolanda went out in her head and said, who made me responsible for this? And her mom did something, her brother did something, somebody did something, and then she made a meaning out of it. And then she realized in herself, my mom ain't said that. I just assumed that's what my mama meant by it. So I released that. And now Yolanda says, I did that to myself. Can y'all see this? Can you see the?
Come on, sir.
See, she gets that. That's how I know she has her breakthrough. But y'all, it is very important that you understand right here. Yes, somebody said, I'm so proud of you. Let's clap for Yolanda, please. That's right on time.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something. when I first started coaching Deanna years ago, she said something I never, it was in the, if y'all, I need to re-release it, the Overcoming Low Self-Esteem class. It's really, all y'all need to go through it. In there, they were supposed to, we wasn't all big and everybody ain't know us then. So they were supposed to be anonymous. That didn't work out too well because we got famous and stuff. So they couldn't be anonymous. People started recognizing their voices. Deanna hated herself. And so I'm asking in the middle of class, because this is, I'm doing my cognitive behavior thing. Where's this coming from? I said, who made you responsible for this? Why you think you're ugly? What's going on? What's going on? I said, who told you this? She said, nobody told me this. Listen to me. Nobody told this. I said, well, let's see. Let's see if somebody told you. Nobody told me. Let's see if somebody told you. Nobody told me. And here's what Stradivari, nobody told her. You know where it came from? What Yolanda was just saying? It came from her, but from her mama. See, her mama didn't tell her. This what happened. As a baby.
What you talking about, Willis?
Watch this here. As a 6-year-old girl, Deanna used to watch her mama get dressed. That's what she said. Right? Deanna, finish it for us, please.
And to me, my mama would, dang it, Antonio. I forgot about this. And to me, my mom was like the most beautiful woman ever. But as she would get dressed, she would look at herself in the mirror and I would watch how she viewed herself. When I say, oh, mommy, that's pretty, she'd be like, well, no, because this here, I still need to lose weight over here. I got this over here. I got this right here. Or she would try to put something on and it didn't fit how she wanted it to fit. So she would change it and I would see that process. Or she would just say, this makes me, or she'll make the comments like, man, this makes me look big or something like that. And I look just like my mom.
Okay, hold on, stop right there. Because I want to make you cry for Oprah moment. But hold on, let me, I can tell you was going. And I'm a jump on the sword for you. Okay, I'm gonna jump on the sword for you.
I'm better now, though. Thank you. But
okay,
yeah, okay. It almost hit me. I've forgotten about it.
All right. And here's the deal. And then she would walk out in the streets. Now her mama would say how ugly her mama is. Her mama would say, I'm fat. While her 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old daughter thought she was the most beautiful woman on the planet. And was proud of her mom and to look like her. And then Deanna would go out, teenager, young adult, and what would happen, Deanna?
Oh, girl, you look just like your mama. Oh, you just a little Kathy. You look girl, if you don't look like your mama, y'all could be twins. Girl, if you don't, hey, little Kathy, like my name became little Kathy. Like it was, because that's how, like, me and my mom standing next to each other look like just sisters, not mother and daughter. We look like sisters.
Mm-hmm. Freckles and all that, and they look just alike.
Deanna, your story's just like mine.
See, and look, here's the deal.
Wow.
So Deanna had no idea she was carrying that, and I helped her release it because I asked you, well, who made you? I got this wonderful question. I just asked over and over, Jerome, until you give me an answer. No matter how many times you try to get out of it, well, who made you responsible for it? You give me an answer, and I say, okay, well, who made you responsible for that? And you give me an answer. Well, who made you responsible for that? And you give me an answer. Here's what happened. Deanna's mama taught her she was fat and ugly, and nobody wanted her by accident. See, y'all didn't want to hear me. Nobody said this. You're never going to be anything. No, that's not what happened. It was looking at your hero not love themselves.
Now I got to go have a whole conversation with my 20-year-old daughter because I know I did the exact same thing that my mom did to me to her growing up.
There you go. You go have that conversation.
I love you, Amanda. Yes. I love you.
And I can tell through Yolanda's talk, she released all that. I'm not saying anything about her mama, but whoever she made a meaning out of, she released it. I can hear it in the talk. She was like, ain't nobody did that to me. And y'all had to do the same thing. Ain't nobody said that to me. But here's the deal. Two things. You want to say, man, but that was wrong. We gotta, as parents, I should have did better. And Amanda's gonna think
you know
that.
What?
Okay, hold on real quick. No, hold on. That's why. Hold on. That's just what I don't want you to do. You say, I want to do better. But the truth is, your parents don't owe you nothing. They did the best they could with what they had. And while you was growing up, your mama was growing up too. Okay, now you can say something, Sanj. I wanted to make sure that they knew you don't owe them a blankety blank thing. Okay, go ahead now. You go ahead now, sister.
You know what? So, and you saying that and explaining that, breaking it down, having me look back on things, because I've never said those things to my children. I always, and my grandchildren, and my great grandchildren, I always want them to think, know, and feel that they can accomplish things. I always give them a edge of going above and beyond, because there was a lot missing in my life. So to look back and see how you were describing that, Deanna, it's interesting, because I spent my years running and protecting our lives, literally, not make believe, literally. So the thought process, it truly is, you cannot trust anyone. You cannot trust a system. You cannot trust a way. And yes, if somebody, because I went through these periods where if I could not read you, I could not see, point blank, because I'm not taking my children to you. I'm not moving them nowhere near you. All of that, you can forget about it. They stay right next to me. I literally fought. So I understand that. And
I know you did that too. I know you did.
It is no, you can't. Okay, tell me exactly. I've walked into places and set all my children, funky Pampers and all. Look, I need this. Can you help me? I don't want a story. I don't want a line. I want to know if you can help me. Can you? Yes or no? This is not a game to me. This is my children and my life. You know what I mean?
No,
so yeah.
I know. That's also why I wanted to defend you and everybody growing up, because I cannot stress this enough. Sandra did the best she could with what she had. You couldn't have did no better. You say what you want. You say what you want. Adonia did the best she could with her daughter, the best she had. And none one of y'all could have did any better. If you could have did better, you'd have been her. So you see what I'm trying to say. While Adonia was raising her daughter, it is important that you know Adonia was raising herself too. Here's my issue with well, I don't want to say that. Let me say it nice, and I get Grace and I get Arshia. My issue, well, it's just say the same thing, Jerome. I struggle with, there you go, Adrian. That's much better. She said, now I'm going to cry. It's much better. I struggle with the way I'm trying so hard to walk this tightrope, Jerome. It's so hard. Stradivari, I must admit to you, I don't know nothing about the white church. I've had pleasure, enjoyable experience to speak at quite a few of them. But go, leave, come back next year. I don't know nothing about the white church, but I do know about the black church. Help me, somebody. As I am a black man, and my grandmother drugged me to the black church. I was a drug Christian. Not on
I
drugs.
know that's right.
I mean drug. Do you understand? Get your butt to all 7 of these meetings, and you'll catch the second half of the Super Bowl, because we got evening church on Super Bowl Sunday, because none of us watch football. That kind of church. And my issue.
Shut up. Oh my Lord.
You will catch second half. We see you in the third
all
quarter.
that. It don't even matter. We
It
gonna
don't
have
even
this
matter.
long drawn out nothing. We don't watch nothing. We don't live.
We don't watch nothing. The
God.
Lord is the center of our life. And if you
But
knew
now
them,
I go to a church now. Every time I walk out of my church, I say, I don't understand how this church cannot use me. Like it's weird to me. I'm like, it's sometimes like I love it, because I'm like, wow, I've been trained to do everything that God has called me to do. But these people, because they have their little glitches and niches and all that kind of stuff, they do without. And I just be like, amen to church without. But I was a drug child.
nah, I understand. That was drug child.
Drag.
Get-
And then whoop too in the car, just in case you didn't want to get your face right before you was about to walk out.
Well, you old enough for the ushers could have got you too.
Come
you
on
old
now. Come on.
Yeah.
And was sitting there with the damn usher. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. And my issue, or excuse me, my struggle is the way the black man talks about the creation story. It always seems to come back to Eve shouldn't have did what she did. I struggle with this. I shall not lie to you. I struggle with this, because what the hell was Eve supposed to do? Please explain to me how Adam had a mentor. They were born grown. So you're not hearing me. If you don't believe,
I'm hearing you, sir. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Jerome, she born grown.
The command was given to Adam, not to Eve.
Okay.
But we be blaming Eve for the transgression, but the command was given us. Hello.
Come on now.
God and say,
Had a
the
choice.
woman you gave me, as if it was his fault. Come on now.
Sound like we're still doing it today. It sound like
come on.
Still doing it today. So I'm not trying to. I'm just.
Oh my goodness! Eye opener. Eye opener.
Yes.
No,
She's
because there's a two difference of a man. The man that will lead and say, now no, because this is what we should do, and because this is how it is. And then that man that just follows the woman. The man that following the woman, what you following her for? That ain't how it's supposed to go. Wow, I'm sorry, I just heard that.
No, you're good.
I just heard that in my D block church, like what you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to lead. Stop that.
The reason I'm saying it is because you're gonna want to say, Antonio, look what your mama did to you. She ain't do nothing to me. Look what my mama did to me. Your mama ain't do nothing to you. Men, we'll defend you tomorrow, man. Okay, we'll defend you tomorrow. Let me just talk about you mothers. Your mother did the best she could what she had. You better be glad you're here. Because there's ways to get you not here. And she didn't choose one.
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
And that saying right there,
Come on.
I told Renee the other day, I thank God for my mother giving me away.
Best thing that ever could have happened to you.
And it's like, even though I was in the bubble and all that other stuff, but it was the best thing that happened to me. And before she died, she said, I'm so proud of you because of who you became.
Look at that.
And she said, I don't believe you would be who you are if I didn't make the choice that I made.
Look at that. I see it. That's 100%.
And that's powerful. I can't help but to think about it because I look just like her. But it's so powerful to just tell me the other day, I'm grateful because if the clocks would have turned, then who knows, it would have been selling drugs, would have been killed by now or whatever.
Any other mother, you'd have a whole different life. Let me just wrap up my part of this. Your mama did the best she could with what she have. She don't owe you shit. I said it the way I wanted to say it. I back it down notch. She don't owe you nothing. So any grudges you got, you might as well let that go. Might as well. And let me borrow from Jerome. And Ken Johnson. I need these old school Christians. It's only one commandment that got a condition on it, that your years will be shortened. And that's not honoring thy mother and thy father.
That's it.
That's right. That's what my mama always told me.
It's only one of them. I had to go old school with him, Jerome. I had to go all the way old school with him. It's only one of them. So you just gonna chill yourself out. Because if you could have did better than your mama, you'd have been your mama. But since you couldn't give birth to yourself, you go ahead and chill the hell out. That's a scripture. It's an Antonio version of the Bible. You chill the hell out. Go ahead, Grace.
Whenever you write that Bible, I'm gonna be the first person to get it. Okay, chill the hell out. So just going back to what Dee and Amanda said. People told me the opposite of what they told Dee and Amanda. People have told me, "Girl, you look just like your daddy. You look just like your daddy." And I'm telling you, if I stand next to my dad, put a ball cap and some glasses on, y'all be like, "Oh my God, y'all are twins." And so I'd be happy, all the time. But then as I got older, Daddy didn't do anything. Grace did. I put it in my head. So you saying I look like a dude? I don't like that. I'm a girl. I don't want to, I'm grateful to look like that or whatever. I just made the meaning of, man, I'm not cute. Because if I look like Dad, Dad's a guy. I'm a female. And so, that's and I
You gotta spend too much money in some
ways.
You gotta dress down in other ways. When a boy flirt with you, you feel uncomfortable and dirty.
Yep.
All that stuff. Look at that. The whole opposite effect. Let me help y'all out. Don't nobody owe you shit. I really wish if you would just receive this quickly, it would make my life so much easier. It would. Because I'm the guy that's got to get in your dirt. Let me help you out. Let me help us both get out your dirt faster. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Nobody owes you anything because every single person out here is doing the best they could with what they have. And you have no idea why somebody is still on drugs. You don't know what trauma they facing. You don't know what that molestation did to somebody. You don't understand. And if you understood, you would have empathy. But since you don't, be quiet, because in the words of the great philosopher Joel Osteen, who doesn't cuss as much as me, he says, if you can't say anything positive, be quiet.
I was told that my whole life.
So if you ain't got nothing positive to say, just dismiss yourself politely from the conversation. Come on, Arshia. With your negative self.
Let me just tell you.
Oh no, not you with your negative self. I meant I was finishing my statement.
I know. Let me just tell you that this conversation is blessing some people and not even saying it, or they on the verge of want to say it and they not saying it because they are afraid. So, but I wanted to tell Yolanda, I am so proud of you because she said I am confused because I want to do cakes, I want to do things, my speaking. But what she didn't know, hell, I didn't know either. I just told her just to show up, and I created the flyer. I put the name on the flyer, and I said, "Come on, we about to go live." She said, "I don't know how to do it. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to do it." We got online. We talked about her speaking. We talked about her cake. But what she didn't know, was I was gonna pull something out of her. And what I did, she told me her story. And when I pulled out of her, she didn't know I was gonna activate her. So that's why I told her to keep moving, got all that excuses and keep moving. And I learned so much about her and her mother. And I just want to say I'm so proud of you, of her mother, and I'm so proud of Yolanda because even though I had my story, if I was put in their position at that time, at that moment, I don't know what I would have done. But she did it.
You would have folded because their story
Yes.
is too heavy for you.
Oh yes.
Just like your story too heavy for them.
So I just want to say, keep doing it and keep moving. And for me, I experienced all of that from not knowing who my father was, my mother. I remember Antonio say, having a mother speaking negative to you or doing this or tricking you or doing this is an enemy.
To mess up your whole
Right.
relationship with God.
But the thing is, that's what she tried to do. Because I told her, Mother, I see myself on stages praying for people with my hands like this. And she will always, girl, you too young to be in a relationship. Go part and live your life. But for me, I was like, I got to go to school. I got to do this. I got to do this. But the thing is, I did not allow my mother to a certain extent when I knew better and I learned that I didn't allow her to create chaos in my garden. I remember she had a conversation with me. She said, you know, this person doing this and this person doing this. And I said, don't you have 3 baby daddies? She got quiet. And I said, how can you talk about somebody and you sit at home in your bed, don't move around, but you want to have the nerve to talk about somebody? Ever since that, she had a problem with me because I wasn't going to entertain that. I don't care if I'm your daughter or not. I'm not going to entertain that. And I meant that. So I've been on all sides of it. But when I got to ATS, I had to learn nobody don't owe me shit.
Nope.
And I got to get it for my own. Yep. You understand? When you get it for your own, you get that store-bought lesson and you know how to do it.
Fair enough.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing, Grace.
No,
Stop laughing, Deanna.
No, thank you. Thank you. Let me tell you something. Everybody here sucks. And the faster we get that, the better this world can get. So next time you look at somebody, be like, they doing something wrong. Please know if you observed it, that same wrong is in you. That's too big for some of y'all. Come on, Renee.
And you know, Antonio, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just listening and being like, man. But then when I was listening to, of course, to Ashia and then Yolanda, and sometimes there was a seed, and a lot of times it still wants to come up in me where I'm like, well, I'm not pretty like everybody else. I'm not this or I'm not that. And sometimes you can. I was validated at home, but it was when I went to school that I was not. And so it was really tough sometimes being like, my mom being like, well, Renee, you're pretty, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm the perfect mix of my mother and my father. My daddy was chocolate, but my mother was a little bit fair. So I'm the exact middle. And sometimes being like, already putting myself as less than because I'm like, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not, you know, and it made me not love myself. It made me settle for some things that was not good for me. So, and sometimes it still wants to come up at times and be like, well, Renee, well, and I'm like, you know what, I'm more comfortable in my skin. I haven't arrived where I'm like, man, I'm the, you know, Beyonce, watch out. But I'm still like, you know what? This is me, you know, but Beyonce,
she can look like you.
I mean, you know what? I mean, but then I'm like, hey, I got my curves. I ain't nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it's that training in your head.
I got
you. And that you want to be like, well, you know, I had a dude in school call me a black roach. I'll never forget. Obviously, I've never forgotten it. And I'm like, you know, but it's those things that come up. And I was in the shelter for some time as well. And so when I made it out of there, and I said, I ain't never coming back. I ain't never going back. And then I scruffed and scathed to make sure that I never ever went back. And I took whatever I could get in order to say, I'm never going back to the shelter. But what was sprouting up in me was I wasn't even going into where I was supposed to be, and I was limiting myself by saying, well, Renee, this is good as you can do is getting this job. You got this degree, you can use it here and play it safe, Renee, because you need to play it safe so you don't end up in the shelter again, because you don't want to spend another 6 months to a year trying to get your life together and all of this stuff. Stuff.
Well, Prophet Jerry say you his Beyonce, but I'm here to push it further. You are Beyonce. You hear me?
Wait a minute, sir. Hold on. You left some other names out of there. He said she is his Beyonce, Nia Long, and Gabrielle Union all in one.
Nah. He got him a face full of you.
Lord have mercy. And you know, understand. And I do. And it's a blessing because it's like, but for years, that was my reality. It was so like, Renee, and I settled for stuff. I settled for situationships. I ain't even call them relationships. I settled for situationships that didn't even serve me. But now I'm like, somebody got my money. And I'm not undervaluing myself because, you know what I'm saying? If you could pay such and such, you could pay me to ghostwrite your book and to do your blog, and I owe that. That is what I want because I'm going into real estate because somebody owed me my money.
Now y'all
I've been undervaluing myself for years. I will not do it anymore.
Y'all getting it. Now y'all, come on, y'all clap for her. Clap for her. That's a breakthrough. That's a breakthrough. Getting it.
Yes.
So the next time y'all go, Antonio, don't stop letting people talk. Nope. Because let me tell you something. I keep telling y'all, money is a heart issue. And she got what I was doing. You can't charge full price if you think you're a black roach.
See, come on. Come on.
Come on. There's a great philosopher. I don't even know who originally did it. It's a great philosopher, though. So we're going to call him an unknown philosopher on Instagram. Somebody put a video on it. Y'all ready? Watch this here.
Do not owe anybody small waist. I will serve these dinner rolls and stay happy. Repeat after me. I don't owe anybody flat tummy. I do not owe anybody small waist. I will serve these dinner rolls and stay happy.
That's a word from God. Y'all, did y'all not hear it?
Come on.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Bishop, I got the butter for them rolls.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm just trying to tell you that if you got self-esteem problems, you got money problems. If you have mama problems, you got money problems. Because money is just a relationship. And how you're in a relationship with others is how money is in a relationship with you. And if you don't think you're the prettiest girl, whoever you fear, because if you don't think you're the prettiest girl, you got a certain group of people. There's a certain percentage of the world that every time you see them, they activate that. Can I get a witness? That when a certain kind of person, don't be too holy on me now.
No, you're right.
No,
all right,
you're right.
All right. If somebody was like,
you're 100% right.
Not me. And here's the deal. You've never charged that certain kind of person full price. And if I be honest with you, they not even in your business.
Oh, yes.
That whole type of person, you don't even have them in your company. They're not even a customer. Let's do it again. I want everybody to think about who you systematically in your mind have a problem with. I want you to think about this. Think about this. And for me, a long time ago, it was the white soccer mom. I feared her to death. I don't know why. I don't know why. Now I got a bunch of white soccer moms in the business. You know what I'm saying? I had to get over this. If you fear someone, you repel them as a customer. I am trying to serve this wisdom today, Adrian?
Oh my goodness, Antonio, you just explained my whole first business and why it didn't work.
They ain't never gonna buy your book.
Say that again.
If you fear someone, you will repel them as a customer. If you think, when Grace says, oh, so you think I'm a dude, whoever activates that, whatever percentage of humans, there's a man that looks like, there's a man with muscles or a pretty girl, whoever it is, she can't sell to them. Man, we're really close to this breakthrough. We're really, really close. We're getting really close. If you can just throw your representative to the side just for a second. Grace, I want you to think about whoever activates you a dude. You need to put on some Chuck Taylors and you're not pretty. Think about whoever activates that. You have an image in your head. You have an image of you not the pretty girl. Your feet are ugly and this and that. Think about whoever activates that for you. How many times have you sold to that person successfully?
None.
We all got that. Oh man.
Yes.
Man, this is tough because, and I'm gonna just say this. I have a irrational fear of white men and big ass F-250s and American flags flying in their truck.
That makes sense.
And not necessarily that I'll even want whatever want them to. I mean, just because of my encounters here as a Black woman in Texas, I've been called nigger 2 times too many.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I just have a psychological thing with not even want to be around a lot of white people sometimes. That's what I use.
Your customers.
Well, I don't have any customers, but what I'm saying is, I used to really, really have that fear. And after, you know what's funny? Man, you talk about this self-esteem. As soon as I found ATS, you introduced Brad Blazer, and I joined. And I realized that my self-esteem was not ready for that at all. I felt like a loser among kings. Like, I was like, this is not for me yet. I got to get myself together before I do this, because I felt so like bottom of the barrel amongst all those people. Yeah. So yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I get that so much. As soon as I went to a real college that was 98% white, I felt like I did not belong. Man, I could so relate to that, Damali. Here's the deal. Whoever, I don't know who Adonia got a psychological problem with. We're not talking about morals, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're not, see, it's so hard to talk to you woke folk. I'm not talking about good or bad. We're talking about psychological flaws that you gave yourself, that Yolanda said, you know what, I did that to me. We're talking about that understanding. I did this to me. Those people are not buying from you because you repel them. And here's the deal, and if you think 80% of the world, I need somebody to be honest with me. I need one person to be honest with me. I need one person to be honest with me. More can join, but I need one person to jump on the cross, jump on the samurai sword, so we can try to, we need to help the people who are too afraid to talk.
Come on,
one person. If you believe 80% of the world's population don't think you're the pretty girl or the handsome boy.
Me.
Oh, okay. More than 80%.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. I need you to receive this.
Me too.
I need you to receive this. You have systematically told yourself over 80% of this world would never buy from you.
That is exactly why I am like, this is, let me tell you, all my life, even old enough, feeling like not good enough. Even when I go to church and on a praise and worship team, everybody else, my family, my mom, and everybody else can say, just yesterday, doing a whole singing, and they say, oh my God, you sing so good. But in myself, I don't believe it. In myself, I don't believe I'm pretty. In myself, I don't believe my cakes are all that good. That's why I asked 15,000 questions. Did it taste good? Did it taste right? Did it do this? And then wonder why I can't put myself out there
because I don't believe in my own self.
That's
The only time
right.
that I can have confidence is when I'm speaking about my pain. Is the only time I can speak up.
See, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Only time I have confidence is when I'm speaking about my pain. Why? Because she's been in pain so long, it is her identity. Can I push that further? Some of you, I'm gonna say it calmly, only time you confident is when you're doing sexual activities. Because it's the only time you know how good you are. And here's the deal, watch this before you respond. And you pass that off as being a pleaser. You say things like, I just want you to get yours. You know, that's just who I am.
Oh my
If you
God.
don't leave me alone,
That's my whole
Get out
point.
my
God, I'm
bedroom.
about to speak in tongues. Hey, God.
Now you're
Jesus.
dipping.
Hey,
Double dip. Get out my bedroom.
Yeah, I heard you, man. Listen, I'm telling you, we have this, and I promise you that you can't make money because you only think you deserve money when you're doing sexual activities. You only think you deserve money when you're on stage telling people the worst part of your pain.
And you know the crazy part about that? I am married now.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I honestly think the reason why I got married is to become holy.
That's right.
So I can get out of that mindset of that part.
Ooh,
Because I
you ain't
have
helping
so much
somebody.
stuff in me from feeling bad about myself because I go to church and then have sex with somebody. Because I sing on a person and then have sex with somebody. And all this condemnment that I'm putting on my own self, plus the self-esteem issue that I got, plus the daddy issues, that all this pain for years. I'll be 40 at the end of December.
Come on now.
I will be 40 years old. And this right here is such a breakthrough. I'm right here at the dang rehabilitation center for my husband who relapsed and is walking through this. And I'm wondering, God, if this man was for me, why am I in this? Because it's for you to be holy so you can stop doing what you was doing before and go forward. And everything else that I'm doing with the ATS right now is to build me, because I swear to you right now, when I hit 40, it's going to be a whole, because I'm building all this stuff for the past 2 months. I keep telling y'all, why am I hearing all this stuff? Why is all this stuff connecting to each other? I swear I'm about to walk into something I'm supposed to be walking into, because not only that, when I first dealt with ATS, I remember you telling me that I won't be here that long, that I'm supposed to get under a pastor, that I'm supposed to get under somebody that's supposed to mentor me, because I'm supposed to speak to people. Hey, my God, when I say the visions that I have had just standing looking in the mirror, God, why am I seeing this, but I'm still in this mess?
You better
why am
talk.
I seeing this and I'm still in this pain?
Get it out you.
Because I'm supposed to overcome all of this and see who God made me to be, but I got stuff that I need to clean up out of myself. I got things that people didn't say to me that I said to myself, and I need to work past it. And I'm married to the man so I can become holy and stop trying to clean the things that is not of God. Oh my God, if you don't, Jesus, my God. Hey,
talk, ma'am.
Come on, yo, y'all. Come on.
Yes, Lord. Hallelujah.
Get it on this morning. Get it out of here.
Yes.
Get it out. Get it
My
out.
God. My God.
I said I brought my children. I said
this is
I
such
brought
an
my
eye-opener.
children. That's one.
Jesus. Jesus, this is such
You
an
know what?
eye-opener. And I thank you. And I don't know who in the world,
Talk, girl.
who in the
Talk.
world
Talk.
put my name up to speak next week or the week after. I don't know. Mom said that somebody did that. And I told her, I said, why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I am being pushed. Hey, my God, I am being pushed because I need to see. I can't. Y'all, I can't.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
I am being pushed so I can get out of this. Because a year ago, not even a year ago, at the beginning of this year, I told God, I said, I want to do whatever you want me to do. I don't want to be in this predicament no more. I don't want to live this way no more. I want to walk into what you call me to walk into. Yes, bacon and everything else. I have a passion to do bacon a little bit. But my true passion, like I keep telling everybody else, my true passion is to speak to people. My true passion is to speak to people who's in pain and been in pain for years, to be real. Just like I told my husband, I don't want to talk about other people who've been getting married because they both met each other in the ministry and all that kind of stuff. I want to talk to some real people who have been hurt and in pain and can't see their way out at all. But ATS is helping me to see my own pain so I can look at it and come to realization of what I've been through my dang old self, so I can talk to people, so I can do that. So I need to be able to learn how to speak to people. I need to be able to learn how to draw in all this stuff. At the same time, I need to make money, just like you told me before. I kept saying that I want to be comfortable. I just want to be comfortable. How am I going to have an overflow and just comfortability? How am I going to have an overflow and just comfortability? How am I going to help somebody else in just comfortability? You can't do that. That's not your purpose. We're supposed to shine light on people. We're not supposed to sit up here and just stick in comfortability. That's not showing the true power of God. Oh my God. And then not only that, what old girl saying about bigger, God is bigger than what I am thinking, than what I put him in. And my husband kept saying, stop putting God in the box. And yet I don't want to listen to him because he's been through what he's doing, because he's been in rehabilitation, because he went backwards. And yet my husband tells me, stop putting God in a box. God is bigger than that. Oh my God.
I introduced to y'all my daughter, Yolanda.
This the first time we ever met her.
Okay.
This is the first time we ever met her. You hear me?
Yolanda, what was the name of the podcast? What was the name of the podcast? Stepping outside of the box.
Out the box?
Your podcast is out the box. My podcast was our testimonies. This right here, like I'm telling you, it's like being in a cocoon and being in a cocoon, struggling to break out and struggling to break out and struggling to break out. And I am about to break. Something is about to burst. Oh my God. Y'all don't understand.
It already has. Come on.
Jesus. Jesus. The church I've been to has been.
Hold on. Let her finish. Let her get it out.
Jesus, the church I went to before, because I felt like I couldn't find a church back home. I can't find a church back home. I got to get back into praise and worship, because I am a worshiper and praiser. Because all that I've been through, there's no reason why I shouldn't give him praise. But I think God at the same time was saying it's more than just your worship and praise, because you worshiping and praising me, but you're not feeling what you worshiping and praising me for. You're not feeling me. You just worshiping and praising me for your pain. I need you to worship and praise me for what you about to do for others, for your children, for everybody else, what they about to walk through. And the crazy part about it is I couldn't find nowhere to go to that would lead me. So I felt comfortable in this other church that all they did was praise. All they did was worship. They dance and shout. Now I can dance and shout with you till I pass out on the floor, because I have so much to be thankful for. But what God wanted me to do is get the word in me, because there was no word in me. He wanted me to have more than just what I had. And I kept trying to have the bare minimum. So when my husband, who I married, found this other church, and when I say the word was flowing to the point where every Sunday I was getting something, but every Sunday it hurt, because I had to say ouch and amen. Ouch and amen. Ouch and amen. Ouch and amen. And God said, okay, now watch this. This is what you got to work on. This is what you got to do. This is why you in that situation. This is why you in that situation. This is what you got to do. But if I would have just stayed in that other church, because that's where I felt comfortable, because that's where I feel like all the praise and worship we all supposed to do, but I'm supposed to get in my word. I'm supposed to be in my word so I can be filled up, so I can overflow for somebody else and get out of this pain. When I say this morning is something else, this is what I have been anxious for. This is the feeling that I have been feeling for months. like something is happening. Something is changing. Something don't, and my flesh wants to fight it every time I argue.
Yep.
My flesh wants to fight it every time I doubt.
Yep.
No, come on now. Come on now. My flesh want to condemn me when I have already been forgiven and God said I came to set you free. But I want to keep myself in fear. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. My flesh will bow to the Spirit of God. I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing anymore.
You better talk. You better talk.
There's somebody else that has to be broken. Somebody else that has to break all that off. I sung a couple of Sundays ago about break every chain. Break every chain. And forgot the chains on my own self. What the heck? Jesus. My God. Jesus. Oh, that's all I'm going to say on it. But I'm telling you right now, I am going to hold myself accountable, and every last one of y'all that are on here. If you see me drifting back or feel me drifting back, push it out and call it out.
Come on, sure will.
I don't care if I'm mad. I don't care what the heck I say. Call it out. Because I refuse to, I'll be 40 at the end of the year. I got to change my whole life habit. I got to change my whole eating habit because of the simple fact of it is God gives you all these tools and everything in you. But if you don't sit up here and do what you're supposed to do with it and stay eating fat cookies, cakes, and every pie and sitting on the anointing that God gave you and sit in the bed and say all this and be gluttony. Last Sunday, I heard a message about gluttony and didn't know how deep it was. How deep it was. And that was God telling me, get up, do what you got to do because I can give it all to you. But will your body sustain what you're supposed to do? Why I got high blood pressure? Why is that? Why is that? Why am I living with migraines and high blood pressure when I serve a God who said, by his stripes, I'm healed? Because I want to stress and worry. What's the number one thing with high blood pressure and migraines? Stress. Worry. What's the number one thing for stress and worry? Fear. Been living with fear all my life. I just got to break today. In the name of Jesus. I got to change my whole lifestyle. My whole lifestyle.
Join us on a 40-day fast.
Got migraines going crazy because of what I choose to do in my life and not listen to God. How dare I? And then sit up there and say, God, you not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I got to go back into the counseling thing for
Look,
my
listen, I knew you was doing that in public, and I wanted it to keep going because other folk in public needed. She was doing that in public, y'all.
Yes.
Come on, y'all clap for her. Y'all cheer for her.
Yes, Yolanda. Yes. My God. Yes, Lord.
Obviously, Sandra got to say something. And I find it no coincidence. This is the first day of our 40-day fast.
Yes.
And look. If you want to join us on our 40-day fast, Assembly of Wonders, just do all vegetables. I'll give you details later, or give up something that hurts you. Sugar, bread, rice, and all that stuff.
Netflix.
Come on. Netflix. Oh, okay then. God bless you. Some of y'all don't have a problem with that. Come on, Sandra. You got to say something around her. I wanted you to hear how you raised a warrior before you said something.
Watch yourself, sir.
Come on now.
So that you know, all of you, there's something that came with my assignment that as a child was very heavy for me. And it wanted me to clock out from protecting, from caring, from loving, from tending. Today, y'all have seen what I already know is in my child, the vessel of the Most High God that I serve.
Man, it's the first time we met her.
To see her pain, to see her fight, and her not fight for it, it's more painful than anyone on this call can ever imagine. But I know that God never lied to me. For as I said, that he does things in front of me so that I can see that he is with me and for me. He brought me before y'all. It wasn't a game. I prayed for help for everything that he did not put me in place to be able to do, which included breaking the umbilical cord of my children. So when I say that I bring my children, I mean it from the bottom of my everything. Y'all are witnessing the breaking that she would not let me break.
And it wasn't your job. It wasn't your job. Yep.
To bring them to you.
That's right.
And that's just one. So I hope y'all are ready. I said I have children and I'm bringing them all.
No, that's right. I appreciate you. Come on, y'all clap for that.
Yes, yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Baby. Come on, you children.
And Yolanda.
Oh, go for it.
Yolanda. Can
I'm
you
sure
hear me?
there
Yeah,
you go.
I can hear you.
Okay. You are my sister, my child, my love, my Lala. You are my joy, my peace, my help. Every day I see you, I see God. There's no way in heaven nor hell or earth that God confused me by bringing me you. There's no way that I would have not protected you had it not been for God Almighty himself saying that I allow you to take care of what is mine. For she is music. Lala, I named you. You are my all in all because you are God within my hands. I thank him for the privilege and the honor of being able to bring you before people. Said he told me, had it not been so, he would not have told me. And I'm grateful and honored that he would allow me to be a part of your life and to see you be reborn and come forth as shining gold. You are my everything, and you are not happy. Mommy, love you.
Y'all know y'all got to clap for that. Come on.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Yes,
Yes, Lord. My
yes.
God. Oh, that's beautiful.
And let me tell you something. There's some folk out here, they mama not even alive to say what just happened.
I was gonna
Yes.
say that makes me miss my mom so much. I love every
All
time
right.
she talks to her because I don't get to talk to my mom
Come on.
anymore, and it hurts every single day. But to see how she is with her, it helps me so much.
Mm, 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 mm. Come on, y'all don't know when to clap. That's the hell you supposed to clap right
Yes.
behind what she
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Clap
I'm
right
with you,
behind what she
sis.
said. Yeah.
Oh,
And
my
some of
God.
us mothers are
I
living
send you personal
and they
love
don't talk like that.
Yeah.
that my arms hold you every day.
Ooh, did y'all hear what Adrian
Every day.
said?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, we heard.
Uh-huh.
We heard us.
Ooh, wee.
Rewind
Ooh,
and press
wee.
play.
Say it again, Adrian. You get that. Oof.
I said some of our mothers are living and we don't get those kind of conversations. So
My
I
God.
appreciate when she talks because it shows me that there is a mother's love out there.
Amen.
And that's what God says, that if it doesn't come from your own, he will
Come from
provide
another.
it
That's right.
in some type of a way.
That's
And
right.
so as Miss Sandra thinks that we are her blessing, she she doesn't understand how much of a blessing
right.
she is to us. Because I never even knew my grandmother.
Yeah.
Like I never even had an opportunity to go and cry to my grandmom. I don't have a mom or a nana, so I never was able to
If you don't have mommy
anybody.
issues, I don't understand what Adrian is saying. She's not talking to everybody here. Keep going, Adrian. She only talking to people like me and her. Keep going.
Right, like so I never had the grandmom to go tell on mom. So when mom said what it was just no all be all. Then mom was all the way the hell wrong, and then you can't even have a conversation with mom enough to just hear mom on a soft side. So when you speak, it's comforting. It's extremely comforting because I don't get it, and I've actually not tried to get it anymore. I realize that that's just not how it is, but God will provide.
That's right.
Because you've been here, you speak up, you don't hesitate to speak up, even when you can't speak. You unmute your mic and still go through.
Yeah.
And your go through is powerful.
Yep.
And just to hear, man, this is all powerful. Listen, the whole class, like you said, you hit me, you made me cry early in the morning, and I'm like, damn, I'm crying. Like I'm just listening to everybody. Antonio, this is why I follow you. This is why I love you, because there's a moment in breakthrough for everybody. But I just want real quick, because I'm not sure where Mr. Phil is, but if Yolanda can give, I just want you guys to know that she did do her assessment, and that her first page, she's a teacher and a provider.
Look at that.
And it says you create a safe place for people to learn because they know you will not let them fail. You measure success in people's realized potential. You see value in each person's contribution, the inherent worth of each person's effort. And so when you're on our team, it's a team on which everyone wants to perform. You create a safe place for people to learn because they know that you will not let them fail. You are drawn to give guidance to those who need it most. And while their performance matters to you, their improvements matter more. That's just the beginning. We're going to sit down and we're really going to talk about it, and we're going to put it on and everything. So I look forward to going over your assessment with you, Yo-Yo. But
that's good leadership,
everything that you've said, everything that you've done, because you were outside, it was monumental, powerful, more than beyond, because people don't understand what that looks like. People don't understand what God can do. You today showed an example of what God does, why God does what he does. And you are at your 40. So if you were to think about the story and how we learn stories, you are on the way to leaving your wilderness. So you are supposed to be able to see these things. You're supposed to be able to get these things, because when you come out and come forth, you will be prepared. Even though you don't realize that you are, you will have your Jonah moment, because Jonah thought he was doing everything the way that he thought he was doing, but then end up still in a whale and then got spit out on Nivea before everybody else that was supposed to be getting there.
Look at that.
So it's powerful. It's powerful, and God will do it. And like your mom just said, you're not heavy. And the reason why you're not heavy is because God's got you and God's got her. But that's what it feels like to be in his hands. But that was powerful. Y'all go ahead, do your thing.
Nope.
Yo, when you get to say, let's set this up. Let's get this going.
Yeah. Later on
Now
today, I sent you an email. I sent you an email to set that up within today or whatever. But I want to say this real quick, and then I'm done, because my husband gotta get my attention.
Listen, I need you to get it out you, because you can't make money with it on you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What you said, I just realized what you said about 40, because they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, right? Am I correct? Like that whole generation had died.
That was it.
And the Holy Spirit just literally said that everything that is supposed to die off of me will be died off.
Mm.
That I didn't realize. And my 40th birthday, I told my mom and my husband, I want to have a praise and worship birthday party.
That makes sense.
And now I understand. Now I understand why I wanted to have a praise and worship party. Because every dead thing, everything that is supposed to die is going to be died off of me by the time I hit that 40.
That's right. That's right.
And not only that, but
Yo,
even
you are speaking
with,
today. Y'all heard my
even,
comment. I did it at my 40th. Be prepared. Nobody showed up.
It don't matter. I don't care. I will praise him by myself if I have to.
Hallelujah.
I will praise him by myself if I have to. I don't care who shows up, who doesn't show up, because it ain't about nobody else. And if you there to witness me go through this and celebrate God with me, then so be it. And whatever falls on you while you there, it falls on you while you there.
Yeah.
But if you're not there for the right reasons, that means you weren't supposed to be there. Period.
And I want you to remember, since you know now that what Adrian said is real, then don't you ever look at them 39 years as you wasted any time. You were not behind. The children of Israel were not behind. Because right after 40, that 40 years, they went to the promised land.
And the thing about that is when I did that assessment and I told my mom, and she was there while I did it, and I said, this is freakishly crazy. This assessment is crazy, but it helped me understand. And this is something I've been saying and asking myself this question for years. Why am I this way? Why am I this way? Why I can't just tell people off how I want to tell people off? Why can't I just not deal with people? Why can't I, not be hurt by people and this, and that, and that? Why when I look at the news or somebody else tell me their story that I feel so much pain and want to cry for them when that ain't happened to me. That ain't happened to me, but I want to cry out so bad for the other person. And not only that, how many times people didn't told me throughout my life, you get messed up because you always want to see the good in people. And I used to hate that about myself. And yet this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That's why I see the good in people. That's why. Because you're supposed to be doing this.
Somebody's got to.
That's why I have so much compassion. That's why I don't judge. That's why I want to help those who are in true need.
Listen, somebody in your faith got to act like Jesus. Might as well be you.
That's right. You can't hate looking and acting like him. It's impossible.
Somebody's got to
I
do
told you from a child, a piece of heaven. It's like he took a piece of himself and put you in my arms. That's real talk.
Because he did.
And you've heard me say it time and time and again. And you've heard me introduce you. You might as well say that I am John the Baptist.
That's fair.
You heard me? Just saying.
That's fair. So you listen, let me tell everybody before I get Prophet Jerry, let me tell you, y'all are not behind. And you're gonna sit up here and say, I know, but you're lying. You're lying. All of you think you should be further. You are right in the realization that you're right where you're supposed to be. You're not so powerful that you done messed up God's plan for your life. Chill the hell out.
I am so glad you said that.
For real. Listen, I got you, Prophet Jay. Just hear me. This is what Phil says. Antonio, how do we describe what just happened just now? How do we tell people what goes on at ATS? You can't write this stuff down. There is no sales page, no funnel page for what just happened. But I know what? I know she's qualified to make money now.
Amen.
Yes.
Law says, how do you get over that feeling?
Amen.
The only way to get over the feeling, y'all not feeling like man. The question is, how do I get over that feeling? What's the question? 2, that I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I should be further. The only way to get over that feeling I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. The only way to get over that feeling is for you to stop thinking you better than everybody else. There is no other way. May the Lord let that word penetrate through the fake you and hit the real you.
I don't really break your stuff. I don't even know how to do this because this is the inappropriateness of how to do it. But you need to somebody, Deanna, can you drop the link for my book in the chat? Because that is eliminating anxiety by understanding God and time.
Yeah.
Law, it's an extremely good question. And it's funny because as much as you say, you're going to write a Bible and all that kind of stuff, every day when we talk, every day when I'm sitting in church, every day when I'm listening to people in conversations, even yesterday, Mr. Phil said something about, it would be great. You bring your book, you say something about it. And I'm like, wow, I have a day extremely right about what are we fighting? Uncertainty and lacks of truth. I mean, and faith. And I was like, oh my God, he's so right. It's in there. It's in the book.
It's in there.
It's in there. But understanding anxiety and time, Law, is exactly what he just said. Everything is perfect. Everything is right. You are not late on anything because when you show up, you will be right on time. Right. And the people that are supposed to be there to see you will be there. The people that weren't there, they are waiting for you. So when you show up, they're going to be jumping at you because they've been waiting for you for so long. But you are right where you need to be. And the only thing that we got to understand is, like Mr. Phil always said, there is really no such thing as time. You are right where you need to be, getting all the information that you're not. The only time you feel like you're doing something wrong is if you're doing nothing at all. Yep. And that's because if you're standing still and things start moving around you, you feel like you're moving backwards. And that's exactly what you are. So as long as you are doing something on a daily, you are right where God wants you to be because you are learning, you are listening, and you are still right there. But understanding God in time, man, I don't know how we do it, but I don't have access to chats and all that other.
No, it's already out there. It's already out there. The link already out there, and I recommend y'all get it.
Source, y'all. Look, it's a real source, and I have just to hear. I don't believe in me enough to just offer it to everybody because it's something that we need. Because those simple questions like that, and then not only will you be able to understand you'll understand why the person next to you is struggling. You'll understand why that man that's still asking for change on the same block, on the same door, is still doing the same thing. And you'll find the compassion in it to maybe even say something positive to them that'll change their situation.
Amen.
I believe it.
No, you should believe it. You should believe it. You should believe it. I want to thank you. I'm going to get to you, Prophet Jerry. Yolanda had she got to do the rehabilitation with her husband. I don't know what to tell y'all, but I can tell you, if you think you're better than everybody else, and don't hijack that phrase like we've done it. It means if you think that you are better than everybody else, then this world revolves around you and your life is about you. And what happens is you start making everything about you, and time becomes about you, and time didn't serve you enough. Did you see what I just did? The only way to get over the feeling that you are a victim in any way is you got to stop being better than everybody else. Your life is not about you. Your life is for the betterment and enrichment of others. And the only solution to that question is it can't be about you. Just can't. Prophet Jerry, the last words on you. And Adrian's book, link to her book is in the chat. Beautiful, beautiful book, beautiful book, beautiful book, beautiful book. Go ahead, brother.
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Number 40. Okay, this is amazing. First of all, let me say this. And Grace, I want you to read what I just put in the chat. But give me a minute. Give me about 5 minutes, Bishop. This is so important that people miss what church really means. This was church. The shouting, as people call it, but it's dancing because you shout with your mouth and you dance with your feet. But the shouting and the dancing, all that is good. But if you go to church and you do not get a breakthrough, you should have stayed home. You should have stayed home. So this is so powerful that starting off the 40-day fast today.
And I didn't even mention it until she started shouting and menacing the concrete.
This is so powerful. Grace, can you read what 40 means?
Yes,
please.
sir.
Read it in your church voice. Like this it says.
Thank you. Okay. Spiritually, angel number 40 is a sign of encouragement from the Alpha and Omega and a divine message sent to humans by the guardian angels themselves as a confirmation that they're on the right track with whatever goals they're about to attain. It's an angel number that brings confidence, power, motivation, and optimism, a kind of affirmation that assures you that you're on the right track and that you should keep trusting your heart and drop the negative traits that keep you from achieving what you desire.
In this 40 days, look for something different. You know, we're supposed to be eating vegetables and drinking vegetables and all that stuff and getting rid of stuff, cigarettes, whatever your 40-day is. Look for something great. Look for something different. And guess what? Before I close, I look for you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time,
Talk
5
about it, sir.
p.m. Central Time. We'll be at the Assemblies of Wonders, and we're going to have our 2020 pain, our pain 2020. So I'm looking for you to be there so we can work this out. We can talk. We can do that more transformation. You can't bladder. You can't dominate.
That's it. That's it. If you don't listen, if that's it, now, yeah, clap for him, please listen.
Yes.
If you don't have any weights, if you don't have any weights, get you some canned goods. You hear me? Get you some canned goods. Put them greens in your hands or something. You do whatever you got to do. If you can't physically work out, then you show up to your chair, you move your neck, you do whatever you have to do to get it done. And that's Sandra. I see you want to say something. Go ahead, and then I'll close this out.
It will be quick. I wanted to say something to Law. Law, can you respond?
He probably at work.
Okay.
And let me say, everybody here, or just about, y'all think y'all behind. You think you should be further. You think you should have more money. Okay, go ahead, Sandra. I didn't want them to think that whatever word for to come out your mouth from the Lord didn't apply to them.
Well, one of the things that God has taught me in living with him through all my challenges is, one, if something comes across and it is beneficial for one, it is beneficial for all. All it takes is for you to grab it because it is energy. It is purposed. And if you do not grab it and receive it as your own, it will float away. It's like the manna from heaven. It is purposed. Law.
He said he's here. He put it in the chat. He said he's here.
Something happened in the wee hours of the morning. You were told to get up and write something down. And you hesitated. You turned back over and you went to sleep. Do you recall what that was?
Are you speaking of today or sometime in the past?
Okay. You need to write. When you start writing, start with your name. There is a name that you were called at birth. I can't see whether it was an aunt or a close friend, They called you something and you liked that name. Find that name and write it down. Close your eyes and think about the peace that you are heading for. You are a wealth of energy. I see green all over you. Pick up a pen, get in a quiet space, and think over these things. And the next time you are instructed to get up and write, please follow the instructions, for it is a breakthrough within it for you. Okay?
Amen. Yeah, I'm sure he's saying, okay, he at work. So he'll respond in chat. There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you for being obedient to Sandra, not in the time, but in the word that was revealed to you. I do appreciate you. Remember, I can't hear your faith until you share it.
Thank you, because it's always challenging.
I know,
but I must be obedient. Thank you.
I'm going to encourage you until I know you're no longer challenged by it. You understand? Every time I feel that you had to stand up, I say, you know what? The Lord tells me, go ahead and let her know. Good job. Good job. I got your back. I don't look, y'all can dance, shout, speak, tongue, rap, prophesy. I can't know God is real until you show me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Jerome. You know, it's old school. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you know, all of us being used for something. You know, all of us being used for something. I end you with this.
Wait a minute before you end.
Mm-hmm.
When God speaks, sometimes he be speaking. That's just like, you know, when he blessing, we should be excited because we know that he's in the area.
Fair
so that
enough.
means you might be able to get that blessing too. So I don't know who it might have been for. It could have been for me, but I heard obedience in that. Do what is being said of you to do.
That's right.
Law said something that was powerful. He said, do you mean this morning or another morning? So that means it
got a few messages.
It might be times, right? It might have been a few times they were supposed to get up and write something down. So in that spirit, y'all, let's just be obedient when you feel the unction. When you feel the unction, when you feel something that you don't really understand, why would I do that right now? Yeah. That could be God. That is God.
Yeah.
And the more that we resonate with that, I believe we will see greater.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree. I completely agree. The 40-day fast ends July 20th, which just happens to be my birthday. Deanna designed it that way. So I guess we'll have multiple reasons.
I'm sorry, no, July 19th, so we
July
can
19th.
Celebrate your birthday on the 20th.
All right then, July 19th. So y'all can eat the way you want to eat on the 20th then. Oh. There you go. All right. You have all your Coca-Colas and your cocaine and all the stuff that you did. You can go back being your former self. No, don't do that at all.
But remember,
what
y'all,
kind of fast y'all doing?
that 40 is supposed to change you so that by the time your body immunes to it, because it's only going to take about 7 or 8 bad days.
Absolutely.
And then it gets good. And then as it gets good, when you hit 39, I guess in the spirit of Susan, you wouldn't want to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
no doubt.
As much as we would think that we missed it, but because we went too far, you know, and that's the time to really look at before you just go and pick it back up.
Oh,
Be accomplished because you hit that 40, because you did 2 21s in there. You know?
Amen.
Look, I sound like my pastor right now. When we get off the Daniel fast.
Hold on. Let me answer Law. Law, the question, Law asks, what kind of fast are we doing? So for some, it's all vegetables. For some, it's just, if you're already vegan, give up something incredible. In my case, I'm already all Dr. Sebi. I'm already, or 90% Dr. Sebi, so I guess I'll be 100% Dr. Sebi. Deanna has given up Netflix, all sugar. She's doing nothing but Dr. Sebi. And the goal is to give up something that extremely hurts. So in your case, Law, since you're already vegan, you might want to give up the sugar or something. I don't want to tell you what to do because I'm leaving that liberalness there, but it needs to hurt. And
I'm
in
already
that,
doing that. I gave it to
there you go. There, so you'll figure out something then, right? You'll figure out something. But give up. Oh, I added in my fast that I have to do 200 push-ups a day during the fast, which is going to irritate me. It's not the push-ups. It's the two things that irritated by this. Making the time for the push-ups irritates me, and then having to take an extra bath that irritates me. It's the extra bath that bothers me. I don't know, man. Hey, you get one. You better be glad I'm giving you one bath. You better be glad I'm giving you one bath because I'm a boy. You understand? I'm a dirty little boy. You better be glad I'm giving you one bath. Now I gotta do a bath and a half for two. You know what the bath and a half is, huh, Grace? When you hit the good spots real quick, just in the middle of the day, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
That's it.
The hot spots.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, definitely. So anything like that. So if you're already vegan, you can't say I'm fasting because you're already fasted. So you have to do something different levels. And I can't tell Jerome to give up all food because Jerome got blood pressure medicine and all that stuff like that. And then we don't want, and then you see the way he just looked at me when I told him to give up all food. And there you go. Yeah. And then I can't say I fast because I only eat once a day at 6 p.m. anyway.
Can your suggestion be that we add in the 40?
What you mean?
Like, because, you say you do something different. Everybody always says the fast is like, you have to take something away. What if I say that I want to make phone calls for 40 days? Like,
yes,
you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
fast.
Like,
That's
be
a
about
fast.
my job.
That's a
You know what I
fast
mean?
from
Like,
your
go
laziness. Absolutely.
Right. Go on and record every day. Like,
Yeah.
my fast is that I'm on this recorded. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. That's actually perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. That's you fasted from your loser. That's what that is.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Go ahead, Prophet Jerry.
Just a quick question.
You good?
But you kind of answered it because you said you only eat one a day. So that's at what, 7, 6, 7?
Well, yeah, 6 p.m. My time is when I typically eat.
Okay.
So,
so we can do vegetables all day if you wanted to, like do smoothies and stuff like that.
Right, absolutely. But if it's something, no, because the smoothies are going to have sugar in it, and that's going to be completely out of the reason for fasting. The smoothie going to have sugar in it. So if you're going to have a smoothie, it needs to be literally you just went and got some shaved ice and some spinach and shaved it up, and you drinking the nasty stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Something nasty like that. I'm not trying to tell you but sugar shouldn't be nowhere in nobody fast. Period. Point blank. Because all y'all are addicted to sugar because they got it designed that way. So sugar shouldn't be in nobody fast. There's no way that you should still go get sugar. Can I stop you from smoking your weed? Continue. Unless you fast from your weed, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm telling you is that a fast is a spiritual sacrifice because we collectively, now you can do somebody else fast, but the Assembly of Wanderers is what we're attempting to do is have you meet God in the fast. And hopefully by the time the 40 days is over, Arshia, you would have found out secretly, I didn't intend for you to meet God in the fast. I intended you to meet God. And God says, good job, you met yourself.
Okay, I got you.
Got to give up something. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is tomorrow I'll get a list of what we're gonna hold you accountable. Now, when you fail, and you probably will, take it easy on yourself. I promise you, God is not mad at you. You need to stop being so mad at yourself. Somebody need to hear that. Somebody need to hear that. God is not mad at you. I can assure you. Like, trust me. I've been wanting the call to end an hour and 45 minutes ago, but I let y'all have y'all breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? I let you have your way. I let the finances, I let it go, because you cannot make money when you don't love yourself.
Talk, Reverend.
Money is treating you like you treat you. Money is a heart issue. And if you don't like your heart, money don't like you. Yes, I definitely have a guide. Deanna just uploaded a nutritional guide. Please put that in Discord. Grace, please send it to anybody. Send it to Grace too. There's also a workout guide as well. 20 lunges this.
Yep, I put that in there too.
Yeah, so here it is right here. Here's the workout guide. 100 jumping jacks, 40. Maybe one of y'all, if you can copy and paste this or something, I don't know, and put it in the notes, Grace, for the people who will be catching later. You know what I'm saying? Just something like that. But right, there's a workout guide. Today is 100 jumping jacks, 40 lunges, 100 high knees. If you actually do the doggone fast and the workout that's associated with it, y'all gonna come out this joint better and holy and all sorts of stuff.
Let me tell you something, Reverend. Arshia and I was up at 4:30 this morning working out. And I'm gonna tell you, the lady on Facebook did not ease up at one time. I thought I was gonna drop a lung. Listen, it was all right, okay, but I felt great after the workout.
Well, get your body tight. You understand? Get your body tight. So when your kingdom husband show up, you'll be like, "Ooh, hey, baby, what you doing?" Get your body right. Get your body right. Thank you for your time. We're gonna meet. Well, we're gonna take a little 15-minute break, and we'll see you at 10:30 or in the next 14 minutes for All Things Tech, where we'll be building Sister Adrian's funnel / whatever that's going on there will be. So if you want to learn, good. The whole attitude would be positive. The whole everything would be spectacular. And by the time we're done, she'll come out with something that she can say nobody did it but God, and of course Anthony, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing though. The thing is group economics. We help one another, we love one another. Again, repetition. Arshia, no matter how cute you think you are, no matter how saved you think you are, your money is telling you what you think you are. Did y'all hear me? All right. Your money is telling you what you think you are. So you can front all you want to, and you can have it all together, but your money say, nah. No, you don't.
Oh, I don't have it all together. I am not fronting. I am
There you
coming.
go.
I am exposing myself, but I am learning and moving at the same time.
Good. I didn't just mean you. I just use your name, but I appreciate you though. You get it? I just want y'all to receive that. Your money is telling on you. It's a hater exposing your truth. It's your mama that don't know how to keep your business out the church. That's what your money's doing. My baby done got beat up in the head by that man, right? That's what your mama do. That's your money.
Got me out here in these streets all exposed, naked and cold.
Exactly. All right, y'all. We will see you later. Well, later is like 12 minutes from now. Does it matter how long it takes? No. Because by the time you get there, it was worth it. Today it took, 2.5 hours. It was worth it, at least for one person. And last time Jerome Bible said, angels rejoice and shout. Do you hear me? When one come over.
I felt a whole lot of chains falling off.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, she's been saved. She's been in praise. She's been in worship. She's been all that. And never knew the Lord until today. Just because you worship God don't mean you know him. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you all. We will see you in 11 minutes now.